Hello, hi everyone. So we are again back with the lectures. The marathons are for you. Please utilize the marathons in a very beautiful way. If you have any doubts, put us a message there. We'll really clear it out. Or else you can just pause it out and again rewind and check it. You will really get the clarity of that concept or that particular model or theories which we are reading. Okay, make sure that you are doing these lessons from the starting with a proper flow and connection, not that directly you come and enter this class. So if you have not done, is if there is any person here or any student who is directly watching this lecture, I request you pause it there, go to our before videos. We have made it as a playlist. You will check it in the YouTube, and you please watch those and then come to this lecture. Okay, so here I am, CMA Vikita, your faculty and a trainer, a cost and a management accountant by profession, and my passion is to teach. So let's now continue with the strategic analysis and planning, one of the beautiful model which purely speaks about how a company has brought forward a way of understanding how a product can be listed in which type of quadrant in our market growth and market share. Got it? So these are the things which we are going to read. Today's lecture will maximum be about BCG matrix, as well as we have the product line cycle. Okay, so that if you understand clearly about the BCG matrix, you will have a beautiful clarity on the product life cycle. Okay, and if we have more time, we can also go ahead with the other parts like Ansoff matrix and Arthur D matrix and so. Okay, now coming to our this particular screen, you can see the BCG matrix is on our screen. So before we go into what is BCG matrix, like I would actually say the history of BCG matrix. Now what had happened is BCG matrix is a matrix where first thing is a BCG is a company. Okay, it is one of the company where it actually wanted to give service. It is wanting to give consultancy type of services to their clients. Now, in this particular story, what had happened is the BCG, that is Boston Consultancy Group. As you can see, it is a consultancy group where it provides its service to its clients. Now, what happened one day, there was a client who had some losses or some debts or some like that products of those clients were not properly in the market share or growth. There was no position of that products in the growth and share of the market. So that client went to the to the BCG group and the company, asking that we are having a lot of problems. We are not able to strategize. We are not able to find out what is the problem or what is the dilemma in our particular way of going ahead in the profitable situation of a product. Now the BCG found that there is a way of understanding the product. There is a language of understanding it. So what it did, what it provided a consultancy services to the clients, that client, where it explained about the 4 different types of words, which is so beautifully explained in our chapter. Okay, so first one is a star. Second comes as a question mark. Third comes is a cash cow. And the fourth comes is the dogs. These are what? These are the beautiful words. It is explaining indirectly about the characteristics of what the product and where the product lies in the market share and the growth. Got it? So BCG, that is the BCG group, gave these all strategies, that if it is a star, then what you have to do. If it is a question mark, then what you have to do. If it is, it is a cash cow, what you have to do. And if it is a dog, should we remove it or should we keep it? These are the questions which the BCG gave it to this client. Okay, got it? So this, and then by adopting this particular model, this client became a very profitable position and they have a lot of good market in the in the economy, okay, in the organization, in the economy, in the society, and so later the client suggested that BCG should not be just a model, it should be a type of matrix which should be known to every single entrepreneur, every single strategic manager, every single company, every single organization, because it will actually resolve issues related to the growth and share of the product. Okay, so that was about the history of BCG, which I wanted to speak. Now, let's understand that BCG matrix is of two, like, it has a quadrant, two types, like, it has X axis and Y axis, where one says about the market share, the other says about the market growth. So in our book, now I'm just showing you in our book, in our book yeah, here if you are, I'm just zooming it on. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one you can see very beautifully. If you want, you please make a note, everyone, please make a note. BCG matrix, yeah, please make a note, everyone. That BCG is a company, it gave a framework, and it gives the service to the clients, and hence after the client is so satisfied that this became a matrix. Got it? So in this matrix, what happens is we have the market growth in this axis and market share in this axis. What it says, there are two parts, I mean there are two important ingredients of this matrix, very important. Repeat with me, what is it? Market growth, which says about the growth of the market, which of that particular product in that market. And market share is the number of people who are able to actually buy, the number of people know about the product is market share. Got it? Now, when a particular product, okay, has a market growth and market share, okay, it has a high market growth and a high market share. Like, just see, if you're able to see, I'm saying about this thing has a high market growth and high market share, means both in both ways it is in a highest position, it is in a star position. Don't you think ever you say that when we see kings or queens, any like anyone who is very rich, what do we say? They're very rich, they have a lot of money, they are like, they are like, they carry a lot of attitude, they carry a lot of epitome of success and so many things, right? So what do we see? We see always them as up in the highest position. In the same way, those products which have market growth high and market share also high, both combinations high, then those products will be called as a star product. Okay, there will be called as what? Star product. So what do we do this with this star product? We should always make sure that the strategy we adopt is, it should be a hold strategy. It should be what? It should be a hold strategy. It should be what? It should be a hold strategy, means it is saying that whatever the position of the market is, it is high growth and high share, then that particular product should be properly held on, hold there. You should make sure that it is not coming down nor going that great lower down. Okay, so you should always hold. The strategy to be done in this particular quadrant of star position is holding on. Okay, then we have is what? If, for example, there is a high growth, okay, high growth of the product, and there is share is low. Growth is high and share is low. Okay, growth is high but share means people buying it, adopting it is little bit lesser. Then it is what it is coming into a strategy called, I mean not a strategy, but uh, option or a quadrant called question mark, where it is a bit confused type of portion, where it says the people know it, but they have a fear that they should buy or not buy. Okay, like in this portion you need to adopt this particular strategy, that is building strategy. Building, what you have to do, it is building strategy. Building strategy, got it? The next one is what we have to read is growth. Now till now what we read is growth is high. Okay, growth is high, and in growth high there are two options. First is it can be a star, it can be a question mark. When it can be a star, it can be only a star when both share and the growth are in high. And when it can be a question mark is it is a bit confusion. The growth is there, but people buying it, the share of the market is low. Okay, so in this particular portion it is a place where it is going to build a lot of empire, put more investment and build an empire. Next coming is cash cow. Cash cow means what happens in this? In this what happens is we have the low growth and high market share, means the growth of the market, I mean the people, like in the market the growth is very low, but whoever is knowing it is able to enjoy that particular product or is able to buy it and say that this is a beautiful way. Okay, so in this particular quadrant you need to harvest, you will get a lot of returns. You have to invest a very less, you will get a lot of returns. Got it? Now coming to the dogs, what happens in the dog strategy? Dog strategy, I mean dog quadrant, is when there is low growth, low share. Both growth and share are low, and when this is the position, you think it is a position of very less confidence, less thing. It doesn't have a good recognition in the market, it doesn't have a good share in the market, no growth, negative cash flows, no investment required. So what do? Obviously, you divest that particular product. You divest the product. You either have to kill the product, remove the product, or you need to think about some other things and bring on a change in the product and then come into the cycle. I hope you have understood, everyone. So this was about the thing. Okay, now getting a thought of giving you a more better explanation. So what you do is you note down this thing which I have written for you, where it says about what are the characteristics a star, cash cow, question mark, and the dog should have. First one, it should have what you recall it. Come on, rewind with me. Come on, speak. You should be speaking from your end, wherever you are, even if you're traveling a bus or a car or an auto, or you're sitting at your home in some corner. Rewind, revise, speak. You have to speak, only then you are mentally telling your mind that yeah, these are the words of our strategy management, these are the ways of understanding it. Okay, come with me, come on. The first is the star model. What happens in the star model? You have the high high share, high growth, high share, right? So when this is the thing, that means what you have to require is you have to require the capital expenditure is required in excess of cash generation, means you have to invest a bit more and build, I mean you need to hold the particular product. Okay, so high returns we will not get that time, but we'll get it in a later run in future. Next coming, when the stars are getting converted into cash cows, what happens is there is a conversion of stars coming into cash cows, means where the growth of the particular product reduces, I mean is low, and the share of the product is high. At that time, high share and low growth and there is a low pace, but you don't have to invest much. Why? I said you that it has a very small portion of investment but a lot of beautiful returns. So you have to do harvesting, and in harvesting you realize harvesting is what? It is an agricultural farming word, right? So what happens in this? You get a lot of revenue only when you harvest on it. For small duration of time you harvest and you collect cash from the existing market. You keep getting it. Got it? Now next is called the question mark. Question mark. Okay, in this question mark quadrant, where what happens, you remember, it has growth high but share is low, so it is a little bit confused, so it is also called as a problem child. Okay, the question mark's name is also called problem child. You can get an MCQ out of it. Market that question mark is also known as a problem child, where what happens, the share is low, the growth is high. So what do? You need to build the strategy. Okay, you need to increase your empire. You need to find out more ways of investing and making the market share high. Okay, and then this question mark becomes a star model. Okay, so what happens is there is negative cash flows and poor cash generators. In this portion you don't have a lot of people who will buy it, so the cash generating income which we'll receive is very less. Okay, then comes the dogs. Why it is called dogs? Because dogs are like what? Barking people, like barking dogs, right? So what they do, they have nothing else only they are like poor generators. They don't achieve targets, so you better remove those particular products. They have a low share and low growth, right? So what you have to do, you need to either die or kill it. You need to like totally remove it, or you have to do something else. Okay, so these are the modest cash flows and also called as cash traps. Remember this point. This can be an MCQ. MCQ. Fine. Okay, super. So I'll explain you one beautiful example. Now, what has happened is we have these. This is my coaching center. Just imagine this is my coaching center, Vikita's coaching center, where what happens? These are the products which which have pen drive. Oh, sorry. So now I hope you are able to see my screen. What has happened is this is my coaching center, Victory Victory Coaching Center. Okay, and in this Victory Coaching Center we have around 10 teachers, and they are teaching the CMA students. Okay, students. Now what has happened is these people, okay, these people have like we have the modes of giving classes. The first mode is pen drive, the pen drive mode, live classes, test series, and library. These are our modes of doing the class. Now you people think about, if these are our products, then which product, okay, which mode, I mean it is a pen drive, live class, test series, and library, which product will be in which particular position? It will be a star or a question mark or a test series, I mean, or a cash cow or a library. I mean, or a dog. So to make you understand, this is one example. What is this example? See, as we all know, our pen drive classes sales are more beautiful, and around lot of people around India know about our pen drive classes, and they take beautifully because they don't have any issues. They can enjoy those classes at their own comfort level, time, and economical also. So, don't you think the growth and the share of the pen drive portion or the product is more high? So, we have put this into our star model. Now, coming to the live classes. Live classes, what happens is, now I am taking a live class, and where I find that people registering is more in the CMA Inter, but they coming to the classes are very less. So the growth is high, but the share of that particular product is very low. So it's a problem child, or you can say it is a question mark model, question mark quadrant. Now coming to our test series, where what happens, people literally don't believe much, so the growth is less and the share is high. Whoever believes it is buying it, enjoying the product, enjoying the test series, and giving the test series to know about their confidence level, whether they have studied well or not, right? So that was about the test series, where you can say the share is high, growth is low, cash cows. Then where nowadays no one is going into the self study mode or library mode, where you literally can see that the growth is also less and the share is also low. So what the libraries are also called as dogs. Got it. Now I will show you another example, Amul example, where you literally can understand. See, these are things which we read. Star, what we read now, everything we read, high returns in the future. Then it is a cash cow. What happens in this? High cash levels, our income is there. There is finance to the stars. Question mark is what? It is a problem child. You can write it here. Problem child. Okay. Dogs, what you do is divest. This one, what you do is you build empire, right? And cash cows, what you do, remember, you're recalling it. Cash cows, what you do is harvest. And in star, what you do is you hold and find returns in future, right? These are some things which we read, and trust me, this is more than enough for you to pass in your exam. And how exam questions are being asked, the questions in the exam are asked in such way, like they are going to give you an example, a case based example, where you have to think about what type of product. They'll give you some products and they'll say which type of product is into which particular this portion. Okay, so you have to give your answer. So now this is one question where just check where what is written. There is four quadrants of the BCG matrix. Let us know about the BCG matrix of Amul. I said you Amul. Amul, the taste of India. So what are the products? If you see, these are the products. So the products are like, Amul cheese. Then you have ice cream. You people know what are the products. Let me write here. Uh, okay, let's take example Amul cheese, Amul pizza, Amul ghee. Then you have is Amul lassi, Amul buttermilk. Then you have Amul toned milk. Then you have is ice cream, Amul butter, Amul cookies. Ma'am, I'm getting water from my mouth because it's so beautiful. Like Amul cheese, pizza ghee, these all are literally mouth watering. I also am getting that water in my mouth, and I'm thinking after my class I'll just go and eat something like that. Okay, so these are the Amul products. Okay, so Amul is what? Is a brand. From that brand we have these products. Okay, so if given you an example that these are the products, and you have to find out the which product will come into which particular quadrant: star, cash cow, question mark, and you have the dogs. So if you see down, I have made it easy for you. Okay, so here if you see this one, in cash cows, what is there? Amul butter comes, and we have the Amul cheese. Okay, and then we have Amul milk also. Okay, in stars we have ice cream because it is a star product. Amul has brought this ice cream, and Amul ghee. These are beautifully a star products of the thing. Okay, now coming to the question mark, Amul lassi has been marketed to aim to increase the share and compete with the other beverages. Okay, this is how you write the answer. Okay, now coming to the dogs, Amul chocolates and Amul cookies, Amul pizza are those which are there but literally they are not being used much, because we find that Amul chocolates, we have other chocolates which are having a competitive advantage over Amul. That is like we have sneakers, we have beautiful yummy tasty silk, dairy milk, and 5 star Kit Kat. These brands are beautiful, more better than Amul chocolates. But there's some people who really love Amul chocolates. No, no, like no, I'm not saying that you don't like it, but I'm just saying according to the BCG model, these are the ways it is. Okay, now due to the heavy competition, you just have to write, due to the heavy competition, limited innovation, these product categories face and becoming difficult for Amul to gain the market share, and these products make a viable revenue generator. Okay, so this is some way where you know about Amul. Now understanding about Apple company is so beautiful. No, nowadays every single person, like in one house, one person is using at least Apple. Before there was Apple means I have to become so big to buy an Apple. Nowadays even you people are also buying it through EMI. Okay, nowadays Apple is also like just okay type, fine. So in Apple brand, what has happened, how do we do? Let me give you the products. So the products, you can write it, is it is iPhones, iWatches, i iTV, I mean Apple TV, MacBook, then iPods, okay, or you can say iPads and laptops. Okay, if these are the products of Apple, everyone, if these are the products of Apple company, then how do you put it in the BCG matrix? This is the matrix which I have shown. iPhone is coming into, iPhone and smartwatch are most sold, most and most sold. Okay, as you can see, every house has a iPhone, and if they are using iPhone, they literally in 1 or 2 years wanting to adopt also the smartwatch, because they want to connect with everything in the watch, and it should be there in day to day life. Okay, next coming to the Apple laptops, there are people who use Apple laptops and iPads, and where you see that there are not much people, the growth is very less, but whoever is using it in a beautiful way. The cash generation from this particular product is more. Okay, so next comes Apple TV. It's a question mark or a problem child, where it literally they have to build a more of empire. Not, till now Apple TV in India, not many, like maybe Ambani, Tata, and some people like that can have it, but I don't think so in an average group of people anyone has the Apple TV, right? Then coming to iPods are so beautiful. Like these were those products which actually the Apple brought when we were studying. And I mean, when I was in class 8, 9, 10, I literally wanted to buy an iPod because it was one of the beautiful product of Apple company, where you literally need to only listen to music. You can store things, and it is so cute, so small and so cute. After that, they brought into a screen where Apple iPod will be having a screen where you can just see that which particular song is actually running, and you can also store some images, some videos also. It was so beautiful. Till now I have it. Anytime I just check, I can just show you also. And that was the first product. And slowly it grew so nicely that that product is actually now dog, means it is now not being used much. The share is less, the growth is less. Why? Because people are going into more updations, research and development, automations. Technology is becoming so fast, they don't want to adopt this old techniques. But whoever has used this product will love the product of Apple. Okay, so this was about BCG matrix of Apple. So that's something which we have. uh, there are, so that was about a short about BCG matter. I don't think so it was short. It was about 20 to 25 minutes. I explained everything, and I think there won't be anyone who would have explained you so deeply with so many examples. Okay, but still, just check it on, work on it. You can do it. BCG model is a very important model. Don't try to leave it. Okay, if you understand it, it's a beautiful model in short. Okay, so now coming is the every model has a limitations. So the limitations of this BCG model is it these are the limitation. It does not suggest any response to declining market. Okay, it does not consider the number of markets. It does not consider many markets it together. It ignores the substitute product. Okay, a BCG matrix becomes a self-centric. Okay, it is very selfish, self-centric. Market growth and market share are not realizable indicators of the growth. Sometimes it's like BCG model, we feel that according to the growth and the share we can happily go into, but sometimes some places these two only are not the end solutions. There are other solution, other ways of finding out and bringing the growth of indicators of the market. Okay, of the product. So it ignores the extent of a firm where it serves a number of markets and can exploit production synergies. Okay, this was all about BCG matrix. Now I think you got a clarity on BCG matrix, how it works. This is growth, this is high growth, this is low growth, this is high share, this is low share, where you divide the box into four. This is a star, this is a question mark, this is cash cow, and this is a dog, right? So you people know, I hope that you have understood how things work. And it should be something like when you close your eyes, BCG matrix should be beautifully there. And if anyone anytime is asking you that the company is having these products, and can you please give a BCG overview of it, and you should be in that position that you give the overview of the product, right? Fine. Now, let's understand. I hope you got a clarity of BCG model. And now let's understand. If you have understood so beautifully about BCG, you will surely understand this product life cycle concept. This is not much. It is the same thing. I'm not going to dedicate much time. It's the same thing, but in a product life cycle, in a curve way, how things are. Like, for example, there is a person. This is a human being. Before this human being, first thing is there will be a there will be an introduction. I mean, introduction means where the infant, a baby stage, baby is born. Okay, infant stage. Then slowly this baby grows big. Baby grows big and starts crawling. Okay, then slowly this crawling can be into two positions. Okay, let me give you another. This crawling, or it becomes starts walking and talking. Okay, it can be that it has high share, high growth. It can be high growth, low share. These are the two ways of this particular stage. Now coming that, then this particular becomes a becomes very big and starts going to college, school, and starts also earning also. Okay, this place, it also has high share, low growth. This is one. It can be low share, low growth. These are the two ways. Later what happens is this person becomes old, has to hold a stick, has to hold a stick, has to hold a stick. And here there are two ways. First is high share, low growth. Okay, sorry. Two ways. What happens is high share, low growth, and to another option is low share, low growth. Okay, this is the a way of a person growing from a baby till it goes into a, like, a decline stage, or till the old stage. In the same way, a product also has the same curve. Now let's understand this curve. First, when it is starting, it is in the curve of infants, where it has negative cash flows. Obviously, when it is infant, you don't know anything, just have to invest, right? So it is in the introduction stage. Next coming is, it is in the growth stage, where two ways can be done. It can be a star, it can be a question mark. So the characteristics of the star and the question mark are what we read in the BCG model. Just I'm dividing this curve into a product line, okay, into a life cycle. Now next is, what is the cash cow? I mean, a place where from growth a product comes into a stage of stability, a place where it can be a high share, low growth, or it can be into dogs, it can be into cash cows, or it can be into dogs. Okay, then coming is decline stage, where what happens in this stage, it can be a war horses, or it can be a dodos. Now explaining you what is dodos and like war horses. First thing is, dodos is one type of, a bird, you can say a bird, which is in, I think it's Mauritius, I think Mauritius. Okay, where what happens, it is very, like, it is having a negative impact, it doesn't do anything. Okay, and what is war horses? War horses are those horses which actually like have a beautiful way of running, and they have a high share but negative growth, so the positive cash flows are also there. Okay, so these are the ways how they have dedicated these words, that is infant, question mark, then stars, cash cow, dogs, were horses, and dodos. So don't get confused, it's the same quality of what we read in the BCG model, right? So you can just read that, nothing extra is there, except this portion is the extra one. Okay, so one more thing is the flow of our first what happens is, yeah, this is the way. First is, there is a product comes, it becomes a question mark, then it becomes a star, then it goes to a cash cow, then it goes to a dog. This is the way it is, the way of interpretation. Okay, so let's keep it for now, and let's understand the other models in the next lecture, because if I do more, you will actually get confused. So let's keep it short and crisp and fine. I'll make sure that you revise, first refresh yourself, then rewind yourself, and revise yourself. These 3 hours should be very much important. Cumulative revision is very important, and then you come to the next class. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye, take care, enjoy the classes. I hope you're liking the classes. Hit the like button, give us some comments. Hope we are doing good for you. Thank you so much.